Dear Esther, I sometimes feel as if I've given birth to this island.
Walking simulators are good, actually, and this is arguably the first one, and the game that created the term, birthed the genre, whatever wanky descriptions you want to use for this type of game. Dear Esther started out as a Half-Life 2 mod, and it ended up getting its own standalone release due to it being good, actually. Which is a vast difference from most of Half-Life 2's spin-off. I'm talking about you, Gary's mod. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Dear Esther is a game about going to a remote Hebridean island to contemplate a life lived. It's an interactive suicidal episode. What's not to love? Anyway, the island is really well done and it makes you feel like you're stuck in a bit of rock in the North Atlantic, and I definitely don't have any bias towards this as an English person who fled England to go live in a remote part of Scotland. Doesn't relate to me whatsoever. You're just putting meaning onto things that aren't there, okay? Another walking sim game, another game by the Chinese Room, and another game set in the UK. This one is Everybody Has Gone to the Rapture, a tiny little sci-fi mystery game set in a couple of tiny villages and the surrounding countryside in Shropshire, which, for those that aren't aware, is kind of the bit of England between the Midlands and Wales. Not quite Wrexham bad, but bit south of there. It does, however, perfectly capture the vibes of remote and rural England. It's set in the 1980s, and the mix of small village details, the old cards on the street, and the bits of graffiti gave me actual powerful flashbacks to being a kid. I won't go into story spoilers because I do advise people to try this game if you can and lose yourself in it for a couple of hours wandering around a nice little quiet part of England. Genuinely more enjoyable than my returns to England as an adult from Scotland anyway.